That's why NetSuite. That's the big question.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, because NetSuite was born in the cloud. The first line of code that was written for NetSuite was written in HTML. It was written for a web browser to be supported in the cloud.
Really?
Most of NetSuite's competitors have been ported from an on-premise solution into the cloud, and sometimes that can be exposed depending on what you're doing. But NetSuite is the oldest SaaS delivered ERP system in the world. It was the very first one. And what was cool about NetSuite is they got started on developing it before there was a real desire or taste for SaaS delivered ERP. Evan Goldberg, who founded the company, saw this coming. And there was a time when CTOs and CIOs had no faith in keeping their data in the cloud, but he knew that mindset would change because of the effectiveness, the cost efficiency, and the flexibility that a system like he was designing was going to offer. And that time did come. It was around 2013 where those covers of CTO and CIO magazine started to really talk about the security of keeping your data in the cloud. And it was around that time that NetSuite really, really took off. But the cool thing there is they didn't have to play catch up. They already had a product that was being marketed. They already had the backing that they needed. They had the money. They had a great product, and it took off from there instead of waiting for that market to appear and then porting the system over there. Mm-hmm. Also, NetSuite is completely committed to publishing great software, where some of those competitors are in different businesses. I'll pick on Microsoft for a second. Microsoft does have some competitive ERP products, but you never know what Microsoft is going to be up to, or if one day they decide they don't think ERP is profitable and they want to get out of the business. NetSuite only does one thing. It develops NetSuite, and that's all it will ever do. It is owned by Oracle, but it is a global business unit, a separate unit under the Oracle umbrella, and Oracle has allowed NetSuite to reach into markets that it couldn't do on its own. So now, instead of NetSuite being a dominant player in North America, it's now a worldwide dominant player serving the ERP market through its SaaS application.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great.